Hello, my name is Abraham from 10th grade Math and Science G, Option 1, and now I will present to you my English assignment about narrative text. So the materials that I will present to you is about the definition, the purpose, the generic structures, the language features, the several kinds of narrative text, and also the example about the narrative text. So let's begin. First, the definition of narrative text. Narrative text is an imaginative story to entertain people, or if we want to know more or dig even deeper, a narrative text is a text with a story that with problematic events or complication and the resolution or the solution to the problem and the complication. So the important part about narrative text is the narrative mode, which sets the method used to narrate the story, which brings us to the viewpoints. The viewpoints, there are 4 viewpoints. There's the first person, the third person, the all-knowing observant, and also a mix between first person and third person. And number 2 is about the purpose of narrative text. The purpose of this narrative text is to entertain or amuse people with the story. And number 3 is about the generic structure of the narrative text. The first is orientation, the opening paragraphs, which introduces the characters and other characters and sets the scene for the story. And there is the problematic events, which brings you the problem or the development of the character and the other characters with trying to complete or find a solution to these problems. And there is the resolution, which is the solution to the problematic events or the complication. And there's the reorientation or coda, that is the lesson of the story. There's the orientation or coda is optional to put in the story because it doesn't really matter. And number 4, there are language features of narrative text. So the first thing that we can see from a narrative text is they use past tense like caught, killed, got, and many more. They use direct speech to make the story feels more alive, like when and then Peter Pan said, "That was mine." The direct speech use present tense, and they use time conjunction like suddenly, when, and after that. They also use adverb of time like a long time ago, once upon a time, one day. They use action verbs, verbs that show action like ran, caught, and many more. There are several kinds of narrative text in this number 5. Several kinds of narrative text. There is folklore, fairy tales, legends, myth, and many more. And there's also many genres like science fiction, romance, slice of life, history, and etc. And the last thing will be the example of the narrative text. The example of the narrative text is going to be the story of the rabbit and the turtle. The rabbit and the turtle. One day, there lived a rabbit that always boasting to other animals about how fast he was. And he was laughing at the turtle for being so slow. Much to the rabbit's surprise, the turtle challenged him to a race. The rabbit thought that this was a good joke and accepted it happily. The fox is going to be the referee. The fox was going to be the referee of the race. As the race began, the rabbit raced ahead the turtle, just like everyone thought. When the rabbit got to the halfway point, he could not see the turtle anywhere. He was very hot and tired. So he decided to stop and take a quick nap. And then the turtle kept going step by step, and he never stops and never quit. He always kept walking and kept going and went past the fox. However, the fox slept longer than he intended to and finally woke up. When he finally woke up, he went full speed to the finish line. He thought that he won, but he was very surprised. The turtle was there waiting for him. And finally, the fox learned his lesson. It's not about how fast you were, but it's about how determined you were and you kept fighting for it. So the lesson of the story is, sometimes slow and steady wins the race. So that is going to be my assignment. Thank you very much.